Hey guys, today's video is going to be about how a dude convinced me to buy a plane ticket, even though I'm deathly afraid of planes, to come fly across the country to see him in California, only to ghost me 2 weeks later. So let's get into it. So some of you may know that I just got out of a 4.5 year relationship in January. I was dating this dude since I was a senior in high school. Until this year, so almost 5 years. It was a long time. Not really going to get into the relationship a whole lot, but just to give you guys a little backstory, I just got out of a long relationship, and so about a month after I got out of this relationship, one of my exes reached out from back in high school and wanted to catch up, see what's been going on in my life. He got out of high school and he was following his dad's footsteps and becoming a Marine and this and that. And so this dude was just texting me and he was like, "Oh my God, I've missed you so much. I've thought about you in the past 5 years. Wondering how you've been." He tried liking my stuff like 2 years into my relationship, and I'm like extremely loyal. So, obviously I made my partner aware and was just like, I don't want you to see this on your own, like, because I'm not friends with him or anything. He literally just like looked me up and was like being weird. So when we started talking again, he mentioned the fact that I had done that, and I was like, what do you expect? I'm in a relationship. And so we're talking and he's telling me about how he just wants to see me, he misses me, how he was just obsessed with me. I'm like the most beautiful girl ever, blah, 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 blah. Just feeding me a line of bullshit, basically. And I'm just eating it up because what girl doesn't want to hear those things? So I'm just taking it all in, and he's like, "I want you to come visit me." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like, I'm scared of planes. I've always wanted to go to California, but I don't know if I could do that. Kind of spur of the moment. I have a job. I got a lot of shit going on right now. I can't really just drop what I'm doing just to come out to California right now." And so after a couple more weeks of talking, he was telling me how he's getting discharged in June. He's getting out of the Marines. He's driving back home across country, so from California to New York, and basically he's just going to be alone the whole ride. And so I was like, well, June is manageable. I could come out in June, if that's what we decided. And he was like, "Oh my God, I would love that if you could drive back with me. Like, that would be the best. Like, then I won't have to be alone." He was like, "That would just mean the world to me." And he's like, "But, it's up to you, obviously." And so I was like debating because, one, I'm terrified of planes. Two, we just started talking again, and when we ended the last time, it was not on the best of terms, and he was like psychotic, not in like any like physical type of way, but very emotionally and mentally abusive type ways. And he was just like, "I've grown so much since then, blah 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 blah." And so I'm like debating, and I was also scared that my friend was going to be upset with me because it is kind of a crazy thing to do. Like, you just start talking to somebody and then all of a sudden I'm flying across country to see him. Like, yeah, that's kind of crazy. So I talked to my mom about it, and I was like, basically he wants me to come out and drive back with him. We had a whole plan. It was just, do I want to go through with it? And my mom's telling me, she's like, "Oh my God, that's a great opportunity. You've always wanted to go to California. I think it would be a great vacation. It would be a great opportunity for you to drive back, see the country, all these things." And so I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? Like, she's right. Like, it is a great opportunity. I would love to go on vacation. I would love to see California. Like, when am I ever going to do this again? So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So I bought the plane ticket. It wasn't that expensive. It was like $300, but I bought it, and I told him, I bought this plane ticket, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I can't fucking wait. Can't wait to see you." blah, blah, blah. We're planning like literally all this stuff for when I come out. We were gonna go to like the aquarium and he's supposed to show me around, take me on his motorcycle, blah, 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 blah. Like 2 weeks later, after I had bought the plane ticket, everything was like normal. And then he starts texting me a lot less. And I was just like, you know, I mean, okay, like people are busy. He's in the Marines. He was trying to, you know, see his friends, hang out with people that he's not going to see ever again when he gets out. So I was being super understanding about that. And so a couple weeks go by and he starts telling me about how his brother's being really weird. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, he's just always on my girlfriend's or ex-girlfriend's stuff. Like he's always trying to talk to them, like them, stuff like that. And back in high school, him and his brother used to have this issue, and it was just like super weird. Like his brother liked me, and it was just like, it became a big issue. So I'm just like, here we go again, you know? So his brother's like liking his ex-girlfriend's stuff on Facebook, and it's just like a big issue. And I had just noticed like a couple days previously, his brother started liking my stuff randomly, and I noticed, but I was kind of like, you know, maybe he told him about me and he knows that we're talking, so he's just like being supportive. And should have known. He sends me the screenshot of him and his brother's conversation, and he's just like, his brother's like, why is mom texting me about saying that I'm like texting Brianna or something like that? It was something weird, and which he wasn't, so it was really weird. The dude I was talking to was just like, I don't know. And so I'm sitting there and I'm reading these and I'm just like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, why don't you say, why are you liking my ex-girlfriend stuff? Why are you being weird? Why are you blah, 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 blah. But instead he's just like, I don't know. And so the guy's like, well, tell Brianna to fuck off, blah, 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 blah. And so I'm sitting there and I'm reading these and I'm like, one, he didn't spell my name right. Two, I didn't text his mom. So I was like genuinely confused. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know, the dude I'm talking to, his recent ex-girlfriend, her name was also Brianna, but spelled differently. And so I was like, obviously he must be talking about her. And so I texted him back and I was like, I think he's talking about the other Brianna. And he was like, yeah, I know. And so I was like, okay, weird. Because like, why would you send that to me then? And so then basically he just says his brother's weird or something, and then is super short with me the next couple days, and then he just decides never to respond to me again randomly. I literally have no idea why, but I'm guessing it has something to do with his mental well-being and his emotions and the fact that his brother is a fucking weirdo. Yeah, I think it's a mixture and a combination of all three. But I was panicking, obviously, because I just bought this $300 ticket. And now what am I going to do? I'm terrified of flying. I don't want to be by myself. Like, it's just all around not fun. So I posted on Facebook to see who wanted to go with me. And I convinced my best friend to go to Cali with me. So we're going to take this opportunity to go on a little vacation, have fun, have a little girls trip. And I'm gonna end up having way more fun than I would have in the first place. So thanks for listening to my fucked up story about how I bought a plane ticket just to get ghosted like 2 weeks later. So moral of the story, if your ex texts you, do not text them back. 2, if a dude wants you to come see him, he's paying for the ticket. 3, don't be a dumb bitch like me. Like, subscribe, and share, and I'll try and get another video out to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.